people of the internet.
People of the internet.
Welcome to the take 2 of episode 1 of Figure Follies.
Electric Boogaloo, of course.
For the digitaldailyfix.com. I am Smitty, and the giant hands are Howard. Original take would have had Matt involved, but our video kind of got a little wonky when uploading to YouTube.
It failed.
Yeah, so we decided to scrap it and try again. So here we are. This is our first action figure video review, and it is for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Retro re-release figures, brought to you by Playmates.
Woo! And who would have thought Playmates still existed?
Yes, I think up until we saw the logo on the box, we thought they were gone.
Yeah. What's Bandai got out? Got the rights to Turtles now?
Yes.
Hasbro?
No, Toy Wiz?
These toys don't transform,
Yeah.
so it can't be Hasbro.
No. So these are more of, I'd say, an adult collector's version of the classic Ninja Turtles from the 80s cartoon show.
Definitely. And the cool thing about them is that they do represent the cartoon characters very well, but if you notice, if people who had the original toys, the skin colors are different, unlike the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
They match the toy a lot better. I'll kind of bring Donatello up a little bit. Which is really cool because it's like a hybrid of the toy and the show. So it really is a nice culmination of the two. Highly articulated. Like I said, I'll use Donatello again as the example. Kind of move these back. Are these still good? Good in
Yeah,
frame?
you're good.
All right, cool. Take them off the stand. We'll talk about the stand for a second. Each turtle comes with a stand, as you can see, labeled with the turtle. Very nice. It'll help keep poses. If you want a slanting pose or like an action pose, he's like, Shawn Michaels action going on. He can hold pretty well on their own. Mm-hmm. You can put them in a lot of different poses, which is really, really cool. Let's see if I can get this rocking like I did the first take. So you can do a lot with them, and the base just is really nicely done. Manhole, nice sturdy plastic, which just adds to the adult collectability of it.
Yeah.
So going back to the figure, talk about articulation for a second. He's got swivels all over the place. He's got thigh swivel. He's got ankle swivel. Full 360 in just about every direction. Each finger and toe. Is it coming across well?
Yeah.
Okay. Each finger and toe is articulated to help get a lot of different poses. Even the thumb, you can get some pretty good articulation with that. Double jointed elbows, double jointed knees. Get a lot of articulation that way, and the pad doesn't block it like you would expect. And if you notice here on the side, you'll see that the belt actually is two pieces and allows for some nice waist swivel there to allow for even more range of motion. What else? The belt is nice soft plastic. You got the logo, got the letter there. Head is on a ball joint. Again, full 360. So as far as articulation goes, you can do a hell of a lot with these toys. You can put them in any pose you want. And the joints are sturdy enough to where, most poses, they'll stand up pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, if you want to collect these and recreate poses from the show or anything like that, yeah, you can certainly do that.
As I'm failing hard there. So I mean, you can mash them all over the place, and they'll more than likely stand.
Mm-hmm. And then right out of the box, they actually are very flexible. They're not made of stiff plastic. It's not anything you really have to break in before they become as posable as you see them being manipulated.
And if I get a chance to, I with this set that Smitty here so graciously picked up for all three of us, Matt and myself and himself, I got an Alice Madness Returns Alice figure that the plastic quality, though nice, very, very stiff. You kind of have to force some things at first to get the full range of motion.
Yeah, and that is a Diamond Select figure, and Diamond Select figures sometimes are known to be a little stiff. One of the cool things I did want to show everybody with the weapons is especially Michelangelo's. If you see here, with most turtle recreations, for Michelangelo, his weapons are usually 100% plastic. These are actually, they're painted. They're not. They're probably like aluminum or something, but it is a metal chain connected to two plastic handles, and they hold nicely right on the back of Michelangelo. So they're actually.
And then just to run down, the weapons real quick. One thing I do like is a lot of times with a lot of toy manufacturers, you do get soft plastic. Though soft, like Leonardo's sword, it is still pretty rigid. You're not going to get floppy, bent sword, so it's pretty well done there.
Yeah.
As you can see, again, range of motion here in Leonardo, you can see you can have him draw his sword, nice action pose. Raphael, give him center stage for a second. His sai, if you want him to, and this is actually how I have mine displayed, you can actually have him hold the sai like that, like you've seen, him do. In the cartoon and the movie. So, very cool. Nice weapon storage. Really cool figures. One thing I do, is if we're nitpicking, I wish the faces matched the cartoon show a little bit. It matches the action figure, which, I guess I could definitely appreciate, but I kind of wish, because you look at the packaging, which unfortunately we don't have any of the packaging here to show. It's really nice, so even if you're a collector who doesn't take stuff out of the box, the packaging on these things is phenomenal. And maybe we'll throw a picture up on the site or something to show it. But I wish the face was a little more matched to the cartoon. So that's so nitpicking, and this really is a lot of hard. It's really hard to find things to dislike about these toys, and
to maybe match the characters as well. I don't think Michelangelo would be kind of just stone-faced.
If you're going to do that with any of them, do it with Michelangelo. To give him a smile or a smirk. I can understand, each one has a different face, which is good. But like I said, you give Raphael the angriest face, that makes sense. Then you give Donatello and Leonardo a mad face. But you would give, I would give Michelangelo at least a smirk.
Yeah.
Or a smile or something like that. But like I said, definitely nitpicking.
Yeah.
These retail for $16.99. You can find them. Well, if you can find them, I was at Toys R Us yesterday, and they had one Donatello, and that was it. But they had a bunch of the new toys, which those are nice too. The new Nickelodeon cartoon toys, which I think we actually have.
Yes, and as a quick comparison, if you wouldn't mind sliding them down a little bit that way.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can keep them in frame. Just Donatello was a little bit out.
Okay.
All right. So in comparison, here is Donatello. Here is Raphael. Michelangelo. And
he's gonna have a "Yo, what up, Ludacris." He's gonna have that Ludacris music video where his hands are real big. That's kind of what he's got. And just to compare, these again, nice homage to the original toys. Really good articulation on these too for figures that are $8.99.
Yes,
I believe is the price point. You get full range of motion in the wrists, in the shoulders. You get single jointed feet. Not as posable as these toys, but for $8.99,
way nicer than what we had as a kid.
Definitely, kids would love these. I can't see any reason why. A kid getting into Ninja Turtles, the same age we were when we started watching it, would not, if I were a kid and I had these would be freaking awesome. The only thing they're missing is opening shells to store weapons.
Yeah. But they are actually very interesting and very unique. Each turtle...
I'll give Raphael's a perfect example. I know exactly what you're...
Each turtle's design of their chest and shell... Everything is unique. Nobody is copied. Nobody is duplicated. One of the biggest comparisons you can make is actually Raphael, how he has the chip right here in his chest plate, and the others have various different designs, various different levels of scratching and denting.
And you'll notice, too, not to interrupt, but even their heads are shaped different. You see Donatello's head a little taller. I don't know if you can... A little tall. And Michelangelo is physically smaller than the rest of them.
Yeah, they're actually different, and I like how They're not quite how they are going to look in the cartoon. The cartoon is CG, but they're kind of a mix of that as far as just the tape on their hands and feet, and but they also have the white eyes similar to the comics, which I thought was kind of cool. Shredder looks pretty awesome. The only one I really don't like is Krang. Krang's body is the robotic body for Krang is
like lanky, right?
Yeah,
it's, not
it's
like the
really
big
lanky
bruiser.
and small. Like he looks like he protrudes out of it, like he's the robot's like huge gut.
Yeah,
It's really weird. It would be cool if they used the design of maybe the IDW Krang in the current run of the ongoing.
I think they should just cut and paste the original Krang out of the original cartoon and put him in the new one.
Yeah, but I mean, for $16.99, these are an excellent deal. Even for $8.99 for the little guys, if you want the little guys, they're an excellent deal as well. But the big guys here, $16.99 for 34 points of articulation. Nice little stands to put them in. The packaging also looks really cool. It's designed very colorful, just like the old series was.
The bubble packaging looks like a canister of ooze.
Yeah.
It's kind of got like plastic ooze kind of dripping off, and they're just presented really well. They're in different poses. They're holding their weapons in the packaging, so.
Yeah.
Just, I could definitely see some people getting two sets. Some, like, hardcore collectors getting a set open, set unopened. So, I think they're too good a figure to leave behind the packaging. They definitely need to come out. They need to be posed. They need to be out.
Yeah. One thing as a, not a consumer warning, but as a consumer, like, keep an eye out kind of thing, is the eyes.
Yeah. These, I think, yours turned out...
Yeah, they're pretty straight.
Pretty well. But I'm just taking a quick look just to see if there's anything. I guess Michelangelo is probably the worst case, but yours are very, very mild. I've seen a couple toys where a couple reviews from other people, like Michelangelo is barely, like very off, very slightly off. But I've seen some Donatellos with like almost cross eyes. So that's pretty much the only thing. Just to watch out and make sure you get like the best set of eyes. Now it's just like from the sides. So I'll back these up. From the sides, they look perfect. But even with the ones that are googly, but sometimes they just mismatch them, misalign them. So in some of the toys, so just keep an eye out. I mean, most of them aren't going to be bad, but I have seen some reviews where they definitely weren't perfect.
But they're definitely cool, definitely worth it. We recommend checking them out. We recommend buying them. And that will pretty much do it for our first episode of Figure Follies.
Yeah.
Maybe you think you want to do your Alice figure for the next episode?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
All right. Well,
I think the setup works better.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you enjoy everything here, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, all that other stuff. Visit us on digitaldailyfix.com for stuff like this, as well as comics, movies, and games. And check out more of our stuff there. Until next time. This is it for Figure Follies. Good night, everybody.
Peace.